We have the final showdown at the Silver Slipper. Maddie and Cassie finally accept their fates, and we say goodbye to another beloved character. All that and more as we discuss the season finale of Euphoria right here on Unbinged, starting now. Welcome to Unbinged, the podcast where we like to break down the shows and movies you love to binge. I am Sam Holt, joined of course by Jagger May and Matt Kopfhamer. Guys, we are talking everything with the Euphoria finale, but before we do that, Jag, let's get that spoiler warning.
We're spoiling Euphoria, all of it. It's all done now.
It's all done, and I just checked all of the things, and this morning HBO has said this is the end of Euphoria. We've finally gotten there, guys. It's felt like a bit of a chore to get to this episode, at least for myself. And now we finally have to discuss the fact that Rue has met her end. We've kind of called it all season long. And we finally have her death in the Ruest form where she's ODing, but seems like it's at the hands of Alamo. How did you guys feel about them handling her passing in this fashion, kind of going back to what we always expected out of her character from seasons 1 and 2? Jag, I'll start with you.
I, believe it or not, in watching Sam Levinson's interview at the end of it, this is one of the better parts because he said it was an honest ending, and it was. People, like, we've been saying this since the beginning. People like Rue don't make it, and I appreciate the chess move of Alamo. Like, say what you want about this season. I think Alamo, Bishop, I don't even know fucking Marshawn Lynch's name in this. That's just Marshawn Lynch. G, okay. The letter G. I think that whole squad was phenomenal. And it was compelling writing, and Rue going out like that was awful, horrible. And I actually enjoyed this finale, I think, more than most of this season. Like, I had genuine fun throughout most of this. I was like, I guess I was just way open to whatever at this point, that I was just there for the ride, and it didn't disappoint, but my expectations were also low. So keep it.
That's very, very fair. Kopf, how about for you?
I mean, we knew going into the season the two most likely ends for Rue are death or prison. So coming into the finale, it's very much, okay, which one are they going to go with? And they went with the death, which, again, feels the most fitting for her character. We've had 3 seasons of building up this addict who at every turn and chance she has makes the wrong choice. There has to be consequences for that lifestyle. And this is those consequences. Despite her best efforts to get clean in this last season, which we don't see very much of her addiction story in this season at all. So for it to culminate in her kind of succumbing to, I'm in pain, I'm going to use these Percocets that my boss gave me, and then that's what kills her, feels both fitting and a little underwhelming at the same time, if that makes sense. Because the writing was on the wall, but they did so little setup with her addiction story this season, it kind of feels a little left fieldy at the last second.
Sure.
But I can't complain too much about her ending.
Yeah, Jag.
To be fair to her as well, it's not like she took a whole bunch and OD'd that way. Like, Alamo killed her. Like that was murder. Yeah. Like, I don't even want to say that Rue went out because of her addiction. She went out because she's like, I'm just gonna take one pill and go to sleep because it hurts, and be like normal about it. And that happened to be the one had fentanyl, which sucks.
Well, they probably all had fentanyl on them, and it was a masterstroke by Alamo, because Alamo knows Rue's history. He knows that she probably won't be able to not take at least one of these things because she's in pain, and he sweetens the deal by giving her a bag of cash to be like, "Hey, everything's good. You did a good job. Here's some praise for you, so that way you don't see me pulling the rug out from underneath you." So again, masterstroke by Alamo's character. But for this to be her ending, it just felt a little like, well, all right. I guess that's how she's going to go out.
I get that. I mean, and to your point, Kopf, like this whole season, we haven't really seen her with that quintessential struggle that we saw her necessarily have in season 2, where, we go through season 1 and then she realizes, okay, she relapses, and then she's trying to get clean, and then she just can't. She keeps going back to it, and even worse, and going into a worse, darker rabbit hole. We didn't see any of those deep, dark moments for her with her addiction. But to your point, Jag, I also watched the after the episode bit with Sam Levinson, and he said a lot of things about addiction that I think also kind of reign true for her. Like, even when you do get to a place where you're like, okay, can't say that you're good, but you're not maybe fiending the way that you have been, or you found a place with addiction where you can be a level of happy. It's always there. It's always there in the back of your mind. So I kind of get it. It's just also like, a poison dagger that is in there where it's just like, we know that it's going to be laced with fentanyl because of Alamo's history. And it was just so interesting to have that be the decision, to your point, Kopf, because she did just take the one, or likely only took one. And then we get this dream sequence, which the whole dream sequence I want to talk about with you guys too, because at what point did you know it was a dream? I feel like we might all maybe feel the same way, or I kind of want to know where did you realize this was a dream / she's dying moment before the hand going up in the dark? Because obviously that was a kind of a tell, but like what point in the dream did you know?
Fez getting out of jail was like, I was starting to question. Like,
yes.
I was like, this better be a dream or or this is stupid. Like, that's where I was asking myself. I was like, if he got out because of parkour, like, come on now. Like, how are we going to do this? So we're going to CGI Fez. But, Kopf, I don't know if you were going to say this. It was when she saw her mom, and her mom was just like conveniently reading the Bible. Just like,
for me, it was when she got to the window, and I was like, "Where'd the cops go?" I know she jumped on a roof, but like, as soon as she got away from the cops, I was like, "Okay, something's going on. Something's weird."
Parkour.
Yeah. I think it was the quiet in the house once she got into it that I was like, this is starting to give eerie in a weird way, because to that point, if the neighborhood's full of cops and they're all looking for Fez, it's not going to be quiet inside the house. I mean, if there's a siren going by outside my house, I'm going to hear it and have to mute when we're recording. Like, it's just not the way that sound works. So I think that once the sound started to change and the lighting shifted as she was going down the hallway and she saw her mom, then I was like, oh, this is not what we think it is. This is
no bueno.
No bueno. Things have gone sideways. And then we say goodbye to Rue. It was interesting because we kind of said goodbye to her mom's character in that relationship, as well as I think a very delicate nod to Fez, to that actor, which I thought was kind of nicely done, honestly. Like, it would be kind of funny to have that character go into the situation that he did and then to get out in that way, which is, to your point, Jag, just come on, that doesn't make sense. You can't get out of jail by parkour. Like, it would just be, it's kind of funny that they would try to do it that way to give him that moment.
I was at a point where it's like, if this happens, just go extreme. Go bullet train. Like don't stop at Tarantino if we're gonna do this. Let's go full blown bullet train. Like I basically want to see a live action anime at this point where no physics exists. Like I don't care anymore. And I think this season broke me down to where I feel like I'm at the end of a Robert Eggers movie where I've just lost my mind and I'm just smiling at the camera. Like, I was ready to enjoy whatever. That, like, even if that Fez situation was real, I'm like, okay.
You're like, sure. I'd love that that's how you set up your expectations for the finale. You were so open to any outcome. You're like, yeah, fine. I believe it. Until, like, and then, accepting this for this and this for that. And you're like, and it's fine. And I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
I like to imagine they finish building the prison. Like, it's perfect. It's no one can escape. What's the one weakness? Street gymnastics. Like, sure.
It's like the one hole in the Death Star is what's going to be what blows it up. The one problem with this prison are these two walls that are just close enough that for the right height guy, they can parkour their way out.
There's no barbed wire.
Fez was friends with Mads Mikkelsen. He designed the waffle. That's a deep cut, guys. Like, I don't know if Euphoria's Star Wars crosses over. If you're one of the few, you got to hit the subscribe.
Urso reference.
Yes. You never know. I feel like those that tune into us, they like us for lots of different shows that we cover, not just Euphoria. Hopefully you like to tune in for everything else. And that's actually a perfect segue. Thank you so much, Jag. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to remind you to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of Unbinged. We are wrapping up Euphoria now, and then we've also got our Tuesday trending shows. We've got Spider Noir season recap. We have been covering Widow's Bay, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't started watching it yet, please go watch it now and make sure that you tune in for our recaps because we're having a ton of fun with that one. We've also got Cape Fear coming. We're doing Your Friends and Neighbors, and House of Dragon is also on the way. Did I miss anything? Because that's a lot of TV.
I zoned out, baby. So
I blacked out. We cover so many things. We have so many.
The only show I think you missed was Silo coming up, and then Supergirl in the movies.
Supergirl, Silo. There you go.
Oh, and actually one more thing. We need to get more, because like Euphoria ended up, we got multiple things. We want to do more subscriber stuff. Alfredo is in the lab right now cooking up a lot of stuff for just our premium bingers out there. So like I think we're working on re-binges. Basically every time you guys mention James Marsden, we get closer to rewatching the entire Fox universe and talking about it. So like keep saying it because I want to do it.
James Marsden is a handsome man. I wouldn't be mad at rewatching anything he's done.
She also has trauma from an ex. Ask her about that in the comments.
Don't ask me about it. It's terrible. Okay, anyways. I wanted to go from Rue to the Alamo side of this, because Alamo is all over this episode in a lot of different ways, whether it's the manipulation or he's on screen and absolutely dominating this role of his. He's
proposing to Maddie,
which
I called like 4 episodes ago.
You did call that. Here are your flowers, Cough. Congratulations. But there was a double cross that he had going into this episode, not only to get Rue, but to get after Lori and her crew. After, obviously, Maddie let it slip that the DEA is involved, he pulled a Uno reverse and swapped out the ambulances for Lori's crew, and that's why the drugs weren't in there. But we did see a lovely rat hidden in the floorboards, subtle and direct. How did we feel about the multitude of nuances to Alamo's character getting after so many of those that he feels has wronged him? Kopf, I want to start with you on this.
On one hand, I want to say it felt clever, but on the other, it was pretty telegraphed pretty heavily. Mm-hmm. It makes sense that character, after we saw his backstory, be like, I never want to get fooled again by another woman, that he would go to these lengths to screw over Lori. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he could have predicted that Lori would have killed herself, but I'm sure he's happy as a pig in shit that she did. The one thing that I'm worried about, right, with this plan, whoopsie, is that, sorry, my dog just knocked me over. Is that,
you say whoopsie?
I did say whoopsie.
That's cute.
I don't think he's ever used that word in his life until right now. He's on camera and he's just like, whoopsie. He's like, didn't know if a word to say.
The one thing I didn't quite understand or like was you gotta leave at least 1 kilo in the ambulance, so when the DEA finds it, they can pin the entire thing on Lori's crew. Instead, he has to hope that they were dumb enough, which they apparently were, to keep drugs and guns and money all over the house.
Sure.
And that's what the DEA could use. But other than that, like, it made sense for his character. He went to great lengths to screw over the people that screwed him over. So
sure.
Narratively, it fit.
Jag, with your low expectations.
I think I didn't. They did telegraph it. I didn't expect them to do it. I was just like, I don't know if it's too smart or too easy. I don't know. I'm just, and maybe again, this is me just being so apathetic that I'm just like open to whatever happened. I appreciated it. It felt like, I guess I was just in the moment. I think I watched this how I watched early 2000s comic book movies. I was like, man, people hate Blade Trinity. I fucking love that film. If you just like chill out and just watch it, and that's kind of how
think
I
about
was.
It's a fun movie. Yeah,
exactly. That's kind of where I was at with this. So I was just like, when I saw the rat, I was like, oh shit, you know.
That's where the coke went.
So it's like you're putting your hands up on the roller coaster that's not actually scaring you. You're just like, and I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, like, you know when you hang out with little kids and you're just like overexcited, and then like you end up just having fun. That's what ended up happening to me.
This is Jag on the teacup ride, just whipping the shit out of that wheel.
Yeah, dude,
and then letting
100%.
his hands go up.
Yeah, that's how I felt about the rat situation. And Lori going out, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, she took the oh god, what's the guy from Tarzan's name? The bad guy.
Oh my god, Clayton. Yeah, that's
Clayton,
forever in my brain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see
the shadow in the
Clayton's leg twitch
background.
as a child, they showed you that like it's just a silhouette.
Tarzan had a lot going on in it. I was really shocked by Lori going out that way too. But what was interesting to me was how each of her crew, you have a moment where they're saying, it almost feels like directly to camera, I'm not going back to prison. They're saying it all across the thing. And then you get Lori saying,
and they bitch out,
I'm not going back to prison. Yes, and that cough, exactly that. All of the guys, they put their guns down and they just let themselves get arrested. But Lori, just badass as she is, she just climbs up to the roof with a giant length of rope. And as soon as you see her go up there with the rope, I'm like, what the hell is this lady doing? Is she going to hang it?
She thinks she's Batman.
I was thinking, is she about to repel? Like, what are we doing? Like, how, this doesn't seem like a method of escape. And then it pans to her standing there. I'm like, oh, it's a different escape. This is the self-edit escape.
Yeah.
Isn't that what one of our viewers wrote?
She Control X'd herself.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete. Like, yeah, she just ended that.
Self-delete.
Self-delete. She did self-delete. I was not expecting her to do that.
Were you guys upset at the Wayne Faye ending? Because we really don't get an ending for them. We see them on the run and then them stealing a car from a family, and that's it. That's all we get from them.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was pleased that Wayne at least got his like knee bashed in by Rue, so that was kind of like, okay, well, something happened to make his life a little bit more challenging. And I thought it was funny that she kind of like wound up to like punch Faye in the face, which I thought the whole dynamic was Faye probably like looking at her like with their silly face, just being like, oh, there's no way you're gonna punch me in the face, and then she does. So that was kind of funny, but I agree with you, it wasn't really satisfying to see like no ending for them.
To be fair, I think that's very realistic. I have met a lot of Waynes and Fays before where you're like, how is someone like you just like making it? Just like walking around.
How are you alive still?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They are
like,
the cockroaches that somehow survive like the blast.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And like that's a stark difference between Rue and I think Faye, because I think they're two sides of the same coin. Actually, no, they maybe not even the same coin, because I think that like Faye is just inherently a selfish person and Rue is not. So when you have these flaws like Rue has and you give a shit, you're more susceptible. Whereas Faye is always going to think about herself. So like whatever happens to Faye, she's going to fucking survive. So the fact that her and Wayne bailed on the family like that, they were gone. I'm going to be honest. Maybe I missed at some point because I kind of like lightning watched Euphoria after watching it with an ex sporadically, not really paying attention, that Ali was in the military. Because I thought that was Wayne coming in with like a Nazi suit, going to kill Alamo at first.
Your brain was really open for anything, is what I'm hearing.
Anything. I was
anything
just like,
goes.
oh yeah, this is going to happen. We're going to do it. We're going forward. Because we're so Tarantino'd at this point. I'm like, Inglourious Bastards, let's go.
Reverse Inglourious Bastards where the Nazi wins? What the fuck?
Yeah. No, that was pretty wild. I think, and then just going back to the after the show notes from Sam Levinson, how the irony and the metaphors throughout this entire season. I'm like, yeah, we get it. You don't have to say it. And after the interview, him saying, well, Lori, the irony there is she doesn't want to be trapped in a cage like her birds. And so that's why she has to find an exit for herself. It's like, yeah, we get it. We get it. Irony. It's heavy-handed.
Let him have that one, Sam.
I'm so tired
that
of
was
it.
a little good.
It was annoying for me. I was like, ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing he could have done that would have, I don't know, made it better or probably worse is have Freebird playing in the background.
Oh.
I can see it.
Freebird.
Oh man, that would have been so good. Like again, cough, Bullet Train, man. They should have just went bullet like
just lead all the way in.
That would have been good.
Yes, I'm at the point now where people are like, we don't need a season 4. I actually do, and I want to see this get more cartoony. How far can we take it? We've went from tea drop at a sex show to whatever western we just have. I want Sam Levinson to give me Euphoria Bullet Train. Like I think Maddie being we're gonna make a whole team of like OnlyFans assassins. I'm open for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I can see that. They have a house for it now. So, oh my God. Well, let's get to the most Tarantino-esque of this, which is the showdown between Ollie and Alamo. And I honestly wasn't prepared for Ollie to go on this revenge tour. I started to get like hints. I'm like, he feels like he's going to do something, but I didn't expect this out of him. Maybe because we haven't seen this level of violence or this level of care for Rue, like that she meant this much to him up until this point, at least for me. Were you guys surprised at all by that, or just was him sawing off the shotgun in the kitchen? You're like, tracks.
I was. I liked this finale. I don't know. I was way into it, man.
No, I'm just asking more like, did you see this type of finale coming?
Fuck no. Nope. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's credit.
It was definitely I was like, are we getting like a wild left turn into yes, we are. Okay, buckle up. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then when he struts in full uniform, I was like, he's not walking out of there alive. And I thought he was going to take himself out at the very end.
Yeah.
Because it felt very much like a man on a mission. As soon as that mission is done, his time is up.
Yeah.
And so either somebody was going to take him out or he's going to take himself out. So for it to then shift to the homestead and have that weird proto-Christian, like, everything's fine if you believe in God moment at the very end was wild. It was a wild shift from him getting this violent revenge to him then sitting down and having a meal with these people that he's never met before and just sharing a cry and a prayer about Rue. It was it just wildly vacillating for me. And so I felt like I had whiplash by the end of the episode.
That I did not want at all. I think that's where mentally the credits were rolling for me. I had checked out. The show had ended.
Fair.
Because Alamo, that should have been black. That should have been cut to black.
Yeah, Sopranos it. Just boom, we're done. And I would have just been like absolute cinema at that point.
Cinema.
Because I felt like my two favorite tweets I saw was someone just said, who gave Sam Levinson a Bible? I can't think of that one will come to me, but I felt like that it was propaganda a little bit with the Bible stuff. And Sam, I think we all were annoyed by something that was heavy-handedness. Mine was, we get it, man, like very Christian themes. I get that Rue's Moses. When you called her Moses and made the point like Moses didn't make it, you get it? I was like, okay, she's going to die. I understand. She never reaches the land of milk and honey.
Yes.
That
so then who's
part.
Aaron? Is Allie Aaron then in this story? Because he makes it to the homestead at the end?
Yes.
He fulfills.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Aaron the Levite is him. And I knew that Ali cared about her a lot because she was like the last one who actually wasn't just doing the 12 steps to do the 12 steps, was close. And I think it is very meaningful that he said my daughter at the end, not just because that would have been a good cover story, but it's a spiritual daughter for real. So, but the fact that he was going to go full blown. Oh, I remember the other one now. It says, if I send you this, I'm going to choose violence. And it's Ali saying, this going to be my last meeting. Like, I did not expect that.
And for me,
but to go from that.
Yes.
Sorry, Sam.
That point to the homestead, you're like, okay, I thought, so you sacrificed all of the things that you believed to go and have this revenge vendetta, and then you're like, JK, back to the promised land.
I thought he was going to kill himself. That's what I thought.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that would have been a more fitting end instead of this fucking Tiny Tim, fucking Charles Dickens, may God bless us all bullshit. Like, what are we doing?
I think I agree and I disagree with you. I hated the Tiny Tim moment as well. We all hated the Tiny Tim moment. This was Kimiko seeing Frenchie before she killed Homelander. You didn't know that one, Sam, but that happened. It was not good, but I liked him going in with I liked Ali with a shotgun, man. Because I was so shocked about it. But I wanted the full Tarantino Reservoir Dogs where everybody died. That's what I actually wanted then. Because that was amazing. The only thing that bothered me about that scene is how stupid is it to say that we're gonna end this with a shootout? Who fucking does that? That is too cartoony for me.
That's
I
too
guess
Tarantino.
It's too
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that everyone's like, "Oh, why did Bishop betray?" That made total sense to me. He was the snake. He was sizing up Alamo waiting for his opportunity. He found his opportunity. How the fuck does Alamo not know his revolver is empty? The weight difference between a revolver with bullets and without is significant. You notice immediately. Mm-hmm. So for him to not be like, oh no, I'm empty, click, 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 that to me felt very thin.
Yeah.
What were Bishop's motives? That didn't make sense either.
He saw an opportunity to take out the top. They show it. They framed it with the camera afterwards when he's talking to Maddie, where he has like the throne in the background. Mm-hmm. Like Alamo's chair is a throne in the background. So it's just, he was the number 2. He saw an opportunity to be number 1. That's all it was. And it fits with the story of the snake that he told Rue last episode of the episode before.
Yeah.
You never know what the snake will do.
Alamo
yeah.
The entire time.
That he was really the snake.
He got close enough to Alamo to be his number 2, sleeping in the same bed with him, and then just, this was the night that he was like, I'm going to take a bite.
I feel like I was just getting the vibe that he was kind of just tired of Alamo's bullshit for a while. Like, there were just moments where...
Maybe both.
I think, yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything. Because there were moments where, like, you come to know his character as just being very, monotone and being very just straight laced in terms of how he plays everything, but the way that the camera kept hitting on him after specific moments would happen to Maddie or happen to Rue, and it goes to him, and it's just like he's, I think, made to look like, a standing stone in a river that's not moving, but that water still wears.
Far.
So, like, I just feel like, sorry, was that too much?
It was so good.
I love it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But you're made to think that all of these things keep happening around him and it's not affecting him. And I feel like when you go to characters like these, like, that feel very cartoony because, like, what person really behaves like this? There's a level of humanity that's still underneath them. And I feel like I was seeing the humanity more in Bishop in tiny moments than I was seeing in Alamo throughout this entire thing. Like, you give us the backstory on Alamo. He's got all these reasons why he does things to people or why he doesn't want to ever get got. But then, he shoots the Russians that got the money from, that were killing Nate, right? Was it them? Or who was it?
Oh,
Armenians, sorry.
Armenians.
It was the Armenians. So, like, he just shoots that top guy for what feels like no reason. Like, so you're just going to go start a beef out of nowhere. And then you've got him now embezzling Maddie and embroiling her into a bunch of scandal that as Bishop's picking her up, she's just like, you can just tell she's scared. She doesn't want to be doing this. And this is all the things that she did not sign up for. And she's just a friend of Rue's that got pulled alongside this story. So for me, I think it made sense that Bishop would do this double cross. And it was just like, I actually really liked that when I saw it on screen. Like, I wasn't expecting it, but when it happened, I was like, that makes sense. Okay, I'm in on this.
I think Bishop also knew that Alamo was going to cheat because what does he say is like, she's going to roll the champagne bottle as soon as it shatters, we shoot, no cheating. And that's what Allie's like, yeah, no cheating, I'm a man of principle. Mm-hmm. And what does Alamo try to do? He tries to jump the gun and try to shoot before the bottle even cleared the bar.
Yeah.
So I think Bishop knew that at the end of the day, Alamo is a piece of shit with no morals, no high ground to stand on. And so this is your chance to take out somebody you don't agree with on a fundamental level while being able to then step into the power vacuum and just accumulate and retake all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
To quote the 90s anime Street Fighter 2, when Guile fucks up Ryu and Ken, ain't no rules in a street fight, bitch. Like, there's just, like, there
is if you establish them first, though.
But there's no honor among thieves.
Like, there is not, dude. That's just... The fact that they even stopped was crazy. Like, if I'm Ali and I have a shotgun, I'm not
blasting him.
I'm Frank Reynolds,
Frank Reynolds.
So anyway, I started blasting. There was no conversation happening. I'm not giving Alamo any fucking time. I'm gonna be honest. Bishop's catching it straight because I don't know him. The question is, did Maddie set this up because, I don't know, everything feels so heavy-handed that I'm looking for meaning that might not be there. Was this like a whole Ocean's 11 situation where I'm seeing it now and then there's just like the bass guitar playing, do, and they're explaining it, where Maddie's like, all right, well, here's the plan. It's like, you're going to come in and look dramatic.
Yeah.
This is Sam Levinson being like, this is cool as hell, man. Don't you agree?
Yeah. So all of that happened accidentally. Like Maddie being there, none of that was planned. The bullets coming out.
So.
And so it was God. Oh, okay, I'm done.
And I'm out.
And now this just seems kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I was going to say, now this all seems kind of fucked up.
I have a question. We've talked a little bit about scheduling this season in terms of how many characters we're seeing. I have a question on budget, because part of me was thinking the reason we didn't get 2 firefights or shootouts, one being at Laurie's and one being here, was because they didn't have budget for all of that mayhem to happen at Laurie's. Am I just also doing like a going too into the weeds and overthinking this, because it actually makes sense for the story to have those 2 guys not try to shoot out these cops, despite the fact they say that they're going to be going after these cops the entire time that they're preparing for the DA to come? Or is it really that they just ran out of money for everything? Because I mean, I also kind of had the feeling when Ali put the lock on the door that not only was he going to go in there and shoot up people, but he was going to burn it down, because that to me was like more of something you would do when you lock a building up, is you lock it so that no one can get out. And how you can make sure people don't get out? You set it on fire.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Wayne at first. So I'm like, that's kind of evil. Like,
Yeah,
there's some
okay.
innocent people that just want to see some booty. You know, like I can't,
These are
you know,
innocent
whatever,
people
man. This,
that just want to see some booty.
They heard Kitty
Yeah.
got a new butt, and they're like, I gotta go see.
I gotta go check it out. You know, I didn't think that was in Ali's nature. So like, again, Cough, I think you're right. Sam Levinson is just like not thinking. He's like, this looks gangster, and then just kind of does it, and not kind of, and it's all vibes for him. He's just like vibe directing and not
Yeah.
like really writing.
Yeah.
Going back to your point about the Nazis putting their guns down at the end, I think that was very fitting within their characters, because
Really?
what have we seen time and time again from these like fascist white
Fake
supremacist
gangsters.
characters? Fucking cowards the entire time.
Sure.
They speak a big game. They have all this shit that they're like, we're gonna be the superior race, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, when they're pressed with any sort of confrontation, they fucking fold like little bitches, because that's what they are at the end of the day. So I felt like that fit within those characters.
Okay. I think you may have changed my mind then, because I do think that's a very fair point. The cowardly level and the stupidity of their characters too. I think that kind of feeds into it. I was just thinking like they really clearly ran a budget. That helicopter was expensive to get out there into the middle of nowhere. So very fair. All right. Well, you kind of bring it up, but let's go into the Maddie and Cassie of it all as we've gone through the big firefight, the big showdown. Maddie is sitting there in the wings. She's kind of tied herself to this life after everything that happened with Nate. Cassie's accepted that her husband's never coming back, but she's not telling anyone that he's dead. So that was kind of interesting too. And then where do they go forward, these two? They've now started... They've gone to Cassie's house. They're turning it essentially into an OnlyFans house. That's kind of how I saw it. Did you guys see that too? How that she was setting it up?
They're copying that one influencer that she screwed over the first time. So
yes.
Even in the scene when she's talking to Lex, she's like, oh, you know, Nate being gone is a good thing because I had to turn on my entrepreneurial mind. It's like your great idea was just to copy somebody else more successful.
Yeah.
Got it. That actually fits incredibly well with her character. She has no originality or original ideas. It's just copy paste what somebody else has done and hope your big boobs will get you enough success.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is their relationship? Because I'm going to... is it like a thank you for being a friend situation? Or
thank you for being a friend.
Yeah. Or are they like dating now? Because the whole like, I'm going to be home late, darling. You know, like Maddie's going to work. It just felt like, I don't know.
Yeah, the Maddie Cassie thing.
No, they're just... I mean, in season 1, they're best friends. Season 2, you know, that friendship takes a turn. And this is just like... Season 3 feels like the roller coaster of their friendship, the aftermath of how that friendship crashed and burned, but then bringing them back together because there are some sort elements of each other that maybe they're not similar, but they just understand each other. And then that's why they're ultimately meant for each other. And then they come back to being friends.
Well, I think Cassie's still into the idea that they're friends, and she's holding on to that idea of like Maddie and I best friends forever. Whereas Maddie is like, I fucked up. I tied myself to this woman through literal blood now, and now I owe this gangster 20% of all future earnings. And so I feel like Maddie is just more resigned to this relationship and doesn't see a way out until, you know, Ali takes care of that problem.
Sure.
Whereas Cassie is still delusional enough to be like, we're still besties.
Yeah.
I think it's trauma bonding. I'll give like they went through horrible shit together. horrible shit that even Maddie, where it's not the same as what you're talking about with the rednecks, where like Maddie's been a thug her whole life, like, but she's been a gangster in like a white school, like
Suburban
Modesto,
gangster.
California. Yeah. Now she tried to be gangster around real gangsters, and she found out, and now she's just like, you know what, Cassie, you're not so bad. You know, and we had to dig up your husband, my ex-boyfriend, together to where I could see them. Yeah, I could see them healing their relationship, and then the debt thing, I don't know. I guess I'm just curious. Like, I guess I'm curious as like it felt a little bit, maybe they're gay together now and they hate men after all this, and they're gonna like because like Sam Levinson said, the real love story was them two the whole time.
Well, friendship
like,
is a love story. It doesn't have to become that.
Yeah, I think if Sam Levinson wanted to show them in a lesbian relationship, we'd have like a 10-minute scene of them.
That's very
fucking.
fair.
Okay, thank you.
That if he was gonna do it, he was gonna do it the whole way.
That's where that's coming from, Sam. That's not me wishing that. I'm just like, is Sam doing this? Like, you know, that's not me. I'm more question. Like, I feel like he would. But Koff is right.
Yeah.
He would be heavy-handed
He would
about
have showed 6
it.
more fetishes on screen if you want. Yeah. So
you're right.
This very much is a professional relationship. Cassie with the idea of it's a real friendship. Maddie looking for any opportunity to skip town. That's how I felt.
It feels a little bit like your friends and neighbors with Ash being like, "We're friends, right?" And it's like, blackmail doesn't make us friends.
Like, the fuck?
It's a little bit of a Coop Ash dynamic between the two. Yeah. No, we're best friends. I'm here for you forever. You fucked me over 1,000 times. Like, what are we doing?
Which, speaking of you fucked me over, how the fuck is Lexi still talking to anyone from this fucking cast?
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me there's no consequences for what they did to Dylan. Maddie and Cassie very intentionally fucked over the star of the show that Lexi works on. Lexi now has 2 strikes against her. She brought Jules in for that insane painting session that Jules ruined that. Then you had Cassie come in, audition, get the part, and then the studio be like, we don't want real sex workers. How the fuck is Lexi not being like, you dumb bitches have ruined everything I've worked for the last 5 fucking years. Go fuck yourselves. I'm out. I don't want to talk to you ever again. And instead she's like, I read the Bible. Maybe I'll read it again. What do you think?
I do think, to be fair, she feels guilt and needs to talk to somebody about it. And those are the
because
only people. Yeah. Like, that kind of made sense to me. I will say, Koff, I don't know how to answer. I am not emotionally mature enough to want to talk to them about Rue. I know that I would need to talk about Rue with somebody. Hopefully you'll talk to a therapist. Yes. But I'm 100% telling Maddie and Cassie to go fuck themselves. And I am evil enough to where I would think about their downfall and plot it. Like, I would go that far, you know. So
well, but here's the thing that actually kind of does track is that, you know, Lexi is the younger sister to Cassie. So we have different moments throughout the other seasons where she's going to Cassie and telling her things, or like trying to have real conversations, and Cassie is just not capable of having a real conversation about emotions or handling anything. And then even when Cassie's having a breakdown, Lexi says, "There's a reason you can't handle any of these things. You're being ridiculous." But it's that little sister kind of moment where she's meant to and feels like she should be asking a sibling, a family member, for a level of advice, or just, I'm going through this, aren't you going through it too? Just trying to have a moment of familial reflection that I'm like, I get why she's asking Cassie, but also like, it's just one of those things where she's never going to get the answer she wants, and she needs to learn that.
From a writing standpoint, it just feels very messy because they set up these scenarios and gave us no consequences or fallout from them. And so then they just want us to move past it and not dwell on, well, you set up this scenario, you gave us these things happen, and then nothing came. You're expecting us to be like, nothing came from this. And so we can just move on and have this other conversation. When I need to know what happened when you had that scenario, what was the consequence of that? Because that will then impact, or should impact, the story moving forward, and it felt like it didn't. And that's my biggest issue with this season and the show overall, is they set up these scenarios because they're edgy or they look cool or what have you, and then there's no consequence from them. And unless you give us an explanation of why there's no consequence, like they did it with Nate's dad, right? Where he has the sex tape of Jules, and we found out this season that Nate kept that tape when he submitted the rest to the police. So at least we got an answer for that from a season ago. But this season, there's so many instances where they set something up and then gave us no payoff and just want us to forget about it. It's like, that's not how this works.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably all that I want to cover when it comes to Maddie and Cassie. Were there any other moments you guys wanted to highlight? Probably more specifically about Maddie's character in this episode.
Good luck with her. I got anything else.
Well, she ends up leaving the Silver Slipper with the envelope of cash. So hypothetically, Bishop's not going to hold her to the same agreement that Alamo did.
Sure doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. So it seems like she's being able to go back and just start the OnlyFans house with Cassie and, sail away into the sunset, if you will, in that way. I do think it's kind of sad for Nate's family that they're never going to find out what happened to their son, but that's up to Cassie to eventually tell the truth on that. Because
she just has to wait 7 years, and then she can claim him as dead because he's been missing for that long. I forget what the number is. It's 5 or 7, I think.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing that they were both saying is that they're in just a pile of debt and they need to get themselves out of this hole of debt. So the question is it not just the debt that Nate left them that they're still paying off, or even just on the house that they're still paying off? It seems like they've just got a pile of problems that they need to get through in terms of riding the ship and being happy. But yeah, that was kind of sad. We say goodbye to a couple other characters, and I just want to go through these quickly, and then we'll get to what we want to rate this season. We do get Jules saying goodbye to Rue in a painting. It's just a moment. I feel like it just puts a pin in, like, we know where her character is. She's still going to stay with the sugar daddy. She's still going to be painting, and she's sad that Rue is gone. That's kind of the summary
You can file this under scenes I don't give a shit about, or storylines I don't care about.
You could file this, plot lines, dude. Like, you could have taken Jules completely out of this entire show, and the only effect it would have is Lexi for half an episode. And if you take that out, it wouldn't matter either. Like, it genuinely did not matter, and it was distracting, and all Jules did was piss me off one painting at a time.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't
honestly
feel like
this last one was more egregious than the dick painting. Like, you want Rue to
dick
be at
painting
peace,
was art.
but then this one you're just like, Rue's in hell, I guess. Hope she's happy.
Yeah.
Like, what?
The colors were a choice on that one. But anyways, let's just, because we now know this is the end of Euphoria. HBO's already said this is how it ends, and we're done with it. I'm sure Sam Levinson will have several projects coming forward. Maybe he brings back some of these actors and actresses that he's enjoyed working with, but we're not getting Zendaya here again. We're not getting Jacob Elordi here again. And now we just have to give our final rating. I think that it's good to just rate this season as it is rather than the series as a whole, because there was so much time between them. I don't think it's fair to judge the entire saga, if you will, together, because they do feel so different, especially visually. So, Jag, I'll start with you. How would you rate this as a whole for entire season? And if you want to give the finale a different rating because it seems like you had fun on the little roller coaster, that's fine too.
The finale was like an 8 for me. I thought it was so fucking dumb. I loved it.
Nice.
What you said is like breaking my brain. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna pull an Alamo. The finale itself, just last episode, was an 8. Okay. The season as a standalone is a 7.
Okay.
For Euphoria as a season finale, as like a series, the final season, it's like a 5. Man, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, if you made this an HBO miniseries about a little crackhead girl and some of her high school friends, and like, it'd kind of be all right. But I'm wondering, why does fucking why is Nate a giant bitch the whole time? That's still the question of the season. Why is he a giant bitch? I mean, literally, he is a giant and a bitch. He is the biggest 6'5" bitch on the planet.
Yeah, where does anger go? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Giant plot hole.
This final season was a 5 for me. I'm never going to rewatch it. I'm never going to recommend anyone watch it. It was all over the place from a literary standpoint. I mean, it was heavy-handed in other places. There were entire storylines that didn't fucking matter. I did not have a good time with this. Anyone in the comments in a previous episode was like, Matt doesn't seem to like this show. I don't. Fuck this show. Like, I'm glad it's over. It was well produced. I'll give it that point. It had good moments and some interesting characters. Bishop remains the most interesting character from the season. And if they wanted to do a follow-up miniseries or show about him, I'll probably watch that. Mm-hmm. But if there is any Euphoria moving forward, I'm fucking out. So this is barely a 5 for me.
I'd watch it. I don't know. This is good bad. For
you me. Like to punish yourself sometimes, Jag.
Like, I do, man. People talk shit about me, like your friends and neighbors, people like the From community. I can't even go outside without disguises anymore. But like, I watch some bad stuff, guys. I'm just okay admitting things are bad. Like Euphoria is bad, but like I like this kind of bad sometimes.
I've rewatched True Blood 3 times, so I have no leg to stand on.
All of it, even the last seasons. Oh my god, dude, that's unfucking watchable after like season 3.
It's so trash.
That's funny. No, I think that's a solid distinction though in terms of how to analyze these and where I think our ratings come from. Because for me, I think having you guys to sharpen my wits on in terms of what I'm looking for when watching a show. For a very long time, I've been someone where it's like, well, if there's explosions and there's something funny, I'm usually like fine and it's a fine show for me. But it feels like an education going through all the series that we've been going through on Unbinged over, I've been with you guys for almost a year now. It's definitely changed the way that I view things. So for myself, I feel like this season is definitely right there where you say, it's like a 5. I like your little nuance there, Jag, in terms of making the finale an 8. For me, it's like a 7. There were definitely moments that I really liked, but that does not balance out everything else that I feel like I was forced to watch this entire season. That didn't feel like it fit with the characters that I came to know from seasons 1 and 2. The giant plot hole with Nate being one of the most diabolical villains that you've seen on TV in a very long time to being just a little bitch the rest of this season also didn't work for me. But then also to your point, there were moments where I was like, okay, I did appreciate the level of acting that was in this in different moments. Coleman Domingo as Ollie was phenomenal this season. Like he was just kind of peppered in the previous seasons, but everything that they had his character build off of with his relationship with Rue and then going into this final shootout in the finale, I really liked that. So I feel like, if there's going to be awards that go to this, I feel like it's a lot of the supporting actors that are going to be getting them. I also, of course, really loved Maddie's character. She was fantastic in this, and I just feel like Alexa Demie, she was so good. Like my favorite, they were my bright spots, at least for this season, in terms of watching what their characters did and develop through them. I feel like Zendaya's character was just put in situations where she had to just make like faces at what was happening. There was like a monologue here and there that was good. The finale ending, the way that she went out, that was good, but it just wasn't the caliber that I was knowing and expecting from seasons 1 and 2. So that's my very long answer of a 5.
Before we jump off, what was your favorite moment from the season?
The finale. Lori. Lori 100%, dude. Yeah. I know that's fucked up, but like the finale surprised me so much, man. Like I couldn't have written any of that. I never would have guessed it. So.
Yeah, I think that the shootout for me and the double cross by Bishop was a really good moment that I really appreciated. Again, going back to you have a character that's just standing there watching someone else make terrible decisions and you can't say anything, and then he gets his moment of revenge. So I really did like that. About you, Kopf?
My favorite moment from the entire season is still Alana Eubanks' character walking Cassie down the aisle, just being like, just giving her the fucking truth about life and love.
That felt like Euphoria, though. That's why I can't even think about it. Like the wedding was the only time I felt like I was watching Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is why I was going to give you guys like the counter question before we go as well. And like actually, Kopf, I know how you think. Pretty much like when you're kind of dug in, it's kind of hard to move, especially with like if you feel a certain way about something. But like Sam, if this wasn't called Euphoria and this was just called like I don't know, fucking SoCal or something like that, and Nate wasn't named Nate. He was named Cunt or something. I don't know. Like, just how would you?
Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Would you like it as a standalone? Like, would you have enjoyed this? Because I'm with you the whole time. I feel like Nate was a sore spot for me, and Jules was like my biggest sore spot, because I'm gonna be honest. I think the Nate stuff could have been fixed if you eliminate Jules and then spend more time on Nate. Just like, if I could understand why he was the way that was, got anything, I would have appreciated it. I didn't enjoy the Ali backstory at first. Now that we had the finale, I'm like, okay, well, I felt like that all tied together. So I don't know if you could separate like that, or if it's still ass for you if you separate season 3 from 1 and 2.
I feel like there were just so many moments that really, there's just some things I don't like watching on TV, and there was a lot of elements of that where I was like, this is just making me uncomfortable and feeling there's just a certain level of misogyny that's happening with certain characters that I just I don't like it. Like, it's just not something I like to watch.
That's fair.
Like, I'll watch certain horror movies because I'm like, well, it's going to be a jump scare here and there, and I know what I'm going to be getting. When it comes to some certain amount of violence against women or things that are going towards women, like, everything gets me upset and annoyed, just because I have too many friends that have, been victims of, assault of different levels, that it makes me very uncomfortable. So it's just, that's not something I want to watch. So it could just be that it's just not for me, this level of show, and says a lot, because I can watch true crime till 2 a.m. and sleep like a baby. But when it comes to shows like this that are choosing to show certain things and show them in a specific light that, in my opinion, glamorizes it a bit, I find very upsetting. So no, I couldn't give it a better score if it was just a standalone.
To your point, Jag, I think it would have been a better score on my end if it would have been a separate project from Euphoria completely, because then you don't have the expectations and the baggage from the first 2 seasons, or the questions of like, why is this character so completely different from his counterpart 2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
I get it. There's a 5-year time gap, but unless you give me answers along the way, this does not make sense. And again, I think that's one of my biggest issues with this season, is it does not feel like the same characters or even story from the previous season. And so if you could separate it, I think it would have been a little bit better for me, because you wouldn't have that jarring disconnect.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. I think that'll pretty much about do it for us on covering Euphoria Season 3, guys. We got through it. It was a fun ride. Like I said earlier, we've got plenty of other fun content coming to you guys this week. We've got our Tuesday recaps. We've got Spider Noir. We've got Widow's Bay. We've got Your Friends and Neighbors. So much other fun stuff, plus new things that are coming down the pipeline. House of Dragons, Silo. Like we said, we're going to be covering Cape Fear. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of Unbinged. And we will see you next week with something brand new.